Good afternoon. I'm Lisa Broom with the CBC News Break. The University of the West Indies at Cave Hill has been investigating the medical value of marijuana. The announcement by Pro-Vice Chancellor and Principal Professor Udine Barbados. It comes days after Parliamentary Secretary in the Ministry of Finance and Economic Affairs, Dr. Ince, recommended that Barbados move to be at the forefront of marijuana research. Professor Barbados' comments came at the launch of UE Cave Hill's Global Giving Week. It runs from August 1st to the 7th under the theme Emancipate, Educate and Donate.
Work in this area is conducted by Dr. Damien Cohall of the Faculty of Medical Sciences. However, I must and need to inform the public before our colleagues at Cave Hill can conduct research on marijuana. The government of Barbados would need to create an enabling environment by producing the legislative framework to do so.
Professor Barbados says Cave Hill is to host a symposium on marijuana in September. She says the campus would welcome the required legislative framework to advance its research. Former Prime Minister and Barbados patron Owen Arthur says the Cave Hill campus should be built out as a university township. He wants efforts made to include it in the development of warrens.
To follow the lead of countries like Mauritius that are building new smart cities to be able to function in the fourth technological age that is now here at the start of the 21st century. It would be a mistake of strategic historic importance if the opportunity to convert Cave Hill and Warrens into a smart city to allow Barbados to function in this new technological age, it would be a mistake of historic significance if this opportunity is missed.
Mr. Arthur says the UE is still relevant and is needed now more than any other time in our history.
Because, Vice Chancellor, unless we are determined and resolved to convert the entire Caribbean into a new learning society and a new learning economy, we are destined to fail.
Despite being shrouded by controversy, there is the belief Jeff Brooms was one of the best principals, especially at the Parkinson Memorial School. That's the opinion of the CEO of the Pinelands Creative Workshop, Rodney Grant. He stresses that, like his successor, Ian Holder, Mr. Brooms sought to link the community and the school.
I remember when he first went to Parkinson, the first thing he did was to call me into this office and call several out of the community office, similar to what Mr. Holder is doing. So I'm assuming he have the same kind of character. Because Mr. Brooms reached out and he said, look, Grant, we have to be able to work together so that the school and the community can support each other's causes. And he was also concerned about a number of young men from this Pinelands community who used to line on the railings of the School of Continuing Studies and terrorize the young men and also terrorize the young girls. And he felt by working together, there could be a way that we could resolve the issues that the school was facing at the time.
Minister of Community Development Steve Blackett is of the view that community choirs still have a critical role to play in Barbados. Aside from providing entertainment, he says these choirs develop musical talent and build community cohesion. His remarks came during the old-fashioned service of song held at Restoration Ministries to mark the 45th anniversary of the Community Development Department. Several choirs representing a number of communities and churches, along with students of the Rock Christian School, all took part. Mr. Blackett believes the contribution of choirs of yesteryear should not be forgotten. He says his ministry has provided assistance to the Community Choirs Association since its inception.
This assistance permitted them to host training workshops and a number of choir competitions. I stand here this afternoon with a great degree of pride as we commend the contribution of the officers of the Community Development Department. These officers worked tirelessly and assiduously with the choirs over the years to ensure their sustainability and this assistance facilitated their development into the self-sufficient entity exhibited here today.
A Barbadian is on the top 10 list of leading Caribbean-born female doctors across the U.S., compiled by information provider News America. She is Dr. Velma Scantlebury. She is the first black female transplant surgeon in America and is currently the Associate Director of the Kidney Transplant Program at Christina Care in Delaware. With more than 200 live donor kidney transplants under her career, she holds extensive research credit in African American kidney donation. The New York-based organization traced the overall medical achievements of the 10 in their specific fields before making the final determination. Now, also listed in the 10 are 5 Jamaicans, 2 Guyanese-borns, and 1 each from Barbados, Trinidad and Tobago, and Haiti. Director of Jabez House, Shamel Rice, is telling entrepreneurs the path to owning their own business is neither clear nor predictable. She's telling those considering going that route to be prepared for obstacles. Although it may be challenging, she says it is extremely rewarding.
I think that if we want to just remain comfortable, if we want to just kind of play it safe, then that's not what entrepreneurship is about. Being an entrepreneur is about taking risks, calculated risks. So, you know, you're not just being wild and crazy, but you want to, you know, decide sometimes I'm going to step out a bit here, because if you don't, then you will always just be playing it safe and there will be so many missed opportunities.
Mrs. Rice is also encouraging entrepreneurs to take time for themselves as well.
Anybody is under any sort of illusion.
We apologize for the absence of that extract, but time for a break. When we come back, regional and international news.